Hey everybody, I thought I would do a follow-up to my Baseball America 2016 set that I recently purchased and put together, and was thinking about team names and how to do a schedule and divisions and so forth. And I think I've come up with something at least that's remotely interesting to me. What I decided to do was I actually Googled some what they call unusual or funny names of towns, and then I put a nickname next to those to try to get a little humor into the league. So I'll present what I have so far. It's going to be two 6-team leagues, and the team, they're not in any particular order. There's the order the way I pulled them out. These are not necessarily teams 1 through 12. In fact, the first team I'm going to show is actually team 9. So team number 9 is going to be from the town of Skiddy, S-K-I-D-D-Y. It is a town in Kansas, a small town in Kansas by the name of Skiddy. And that team is going to be called the Skiddy Marks. Skiddy Marks. They're not just bad, they're dreadful. So that is the Skiddy Marks. The second team is going to come from a town in West Virginia named Friendly, West Virginia. And that team is going to be the Friendly Jesters. The Friendly Jesters. They're laughing all the way to first place. So those are the first two teams, and Friendly Jesters is team number 3 of the set. All right, the next team is from Illinois, and in fact, Illinois State University is in this town. It's called Normal, Illinois. And the name of the team is called Normal Seas. Normal Seas. Taking a, kind of like the theme of the Oakland A's, these are the Seas, the Normal Seas. Just your average Joes. And the Normal Seas are team number 2 in the set. So we move on from them to a town in, I believe it's in Arizona, called Y, Arizona, W-H-Y, Y, Arizona. The name of the team is called the Y Knots. The Y Knots, guaranteed to play many tie games that will require extra innings. The Y Knots. And the Y Knots are team 10. All right, we move on to team number 8. This team is from Kentucky, and the town in Kentucky is called Krypton. So this team's name is going to be the Krypton Knights. The Krypton Knights. They are the super team of the league, and again, they are team number 8. All right, moving on. This town is in Alabama, and it's called St. Elmo. And if anybody remembers the 80s, there was a movie called St. Elmo's Fire. So, of course, the team was called St. Elmo Fire. So you remember the USFL, they had a Chicago football team called the Chicago Fire. This is the St. Elmo Fire. And they constantly have their men in motion. So there'll be a running team. Because St. Elmo's Fire, the song was called Man in Motion by John Parr. All right, and again, that is team 5. The next team is coming from the state of Florida, and it's called Spuds, Florida, Spuds as in potatoes, S-P-U-D-S. But I'm taking a different twist on it. These are going to be the Spuds Mackenzies. And if you remember, back in the day, there was a dog who was nicknamed Spuds McKenzie. It was the Bud Light mascot. And I just had to do this. I gave them their home stadium to be Biddy Beer Ballpark. That is one of the fictional stadiums. So Spuds McKenzie, that team is going to be playing in Bitter Beer Ballpark. And they are the number 4 team in the league. Team number 4 in our Baseball America set. The next entry in the team is Team 7 from Oklahoma. And the name of the town is called Loco, L-O-C-O. Loco. So they're not crazy, but they are locomotives. So they're going to be the locomotives. You never know what their motive is going to be, so you just never know what they're going to do. Locomotives. They are team number 7. All right, we move on. The next team is from Ohio, And honest to goodness, this is an actual town in Ohio. It is called PP. Yes, PP as in using the restroom. PP, P-E-E, P-E-E. And in the vein of the movie from the, I believe it was from the 60s or the 70s called Easy Rider, these are PP riders. So PP riders, they're always on the go, the PP riders. And they are team number 11 in the set. They are from the state of Ohio, the PP riders. All right, the next team is Team 6 from Texas, and the name of the town is called Petty. Petty, like Tom Petty or Richard Petty, but this team is going to be called Petty Thieves, as in petty larceny. They'll steal your heart and then they'll steal your bases. Petty Thieves. So Petty Thieves is Team 6. Team number 1 in the set is from Iowa. And there's a town in Iowa called Elvira. It's sort of like the song by the Oak Ridge Boys, Elvira. But they're going to be called the Elvira Smuckers. With a name like Smuckers, they have to be good. So Elvira Smuckers are team number 1. And finally, the last team in the league, Team 12, is from the state of Michigan. And the name of the town is called Climax. So they're going to be called the Climax Blues. And there's the Climax Blues. Their games often have exciting finishes. So Climax Blues will be Team 12. And I have broken them down into divisions. So here's the divisions. We got one division, the Eastern Division, and the other division is called the Not As Far East Division. So it took the teams with the 6 states that are eastmost region and put them in the east, and took the 6 states that are further west. Even though Iowa and Illinois aren't that far west, they're further west than the other states, so they're in the not so far east. There's 12 teams, so you're playing 11 teams, but to have an unbalanced schedule, I'm going to have a 54-game season. We're going to play non-division teams 4 times, 2 at home and 2 on the road. So you're playing your 6 other non-division teams, that's 24 games. And then against your own teams' divisions, or own division teams, you're playing them 6 times. The other 5 teams, you're playing them 6 times for 30 games, total of 54. Obviously, I'm not going to play all 54 games for every team. What I'll do maybe is pick one team from each division and play their season out. For opening the first game for the whole thing, I want to play every team at least once, so I'll do that. So I don't have the whole schedule in front of me, but I do have the opening game schedule. And if you look at these teams, there was just one matchup. Well, first of all, let me say this. The not so far east teams are going to be on the road traveling to the east teams. So one team from this division will be playing one team from this division for the opening series. And when I looked at the matchups, I just had to play the Skitty Marks at the PP Riders. You can use your imagination for that one. But that's going to be the first game I'm going to play, the Skitty Marks at the PP Riders. And that is Team 9 at Team 11. Second game is going to be Elvira Smuckers, which is the Team 1 at the Friendly Jesters, that is Team 3. The third game in the opening day is Why Nots, and they are Team 10 playing at the St. Elmo Fire, who is Team 5. The Normal Seas, which is Team 2, will be at the Spuds Mackenzies, that's Team 4. The Locomotives, at Team 7, will be at the Krypton Knights, that's Team 8. And the Petty Thieves, Team number 6, will be at the Climax Blues, team number 12, because we have to finish with a climax. All right, so that's going to be the way it's going to set out. Like I said, I'm doing the Braves 87 replay, and I've even started playing a little bit of the 1967 replay on History Maker, so don't know how much time I'm going to have to put to all this, but I will certainly give it, certainly a reasonable amount of time. I'm not putting any time factors on this because 54 games is going to take a while, but I think 54 games will give a fair amount of games to get a feel for what they would do, and then you can almost just extrapolate it times 3 to, in fact, if you do it times 3, it's exactly 162 games, so that even works out better. So what I'm planning to do is just play this whole thing out eventually, probably using the instant results charts on a lot of those games that I don't want to play or don't have time to play, and then just multiply all the results by 3 to get the wins and losses. So that's it from here. I haven't come up with the exact name of the league yet. That's the only thing I haven't come up with. I'm sure I'll think of something. Like I said, I do have the division names, the East and the Not So Far East, but that's what I've got so far. Wanted to try to add a little humor into the game. Like I said, I don't know the teams 1 through 12. I don't know which ones are supposed to be better than others, if there are any. So this is going to be a total crapshoot as they go. We'll see how it turns out. Anything can happen in History Maker Baseball. We know that. Not necessarily the best team doesn't always win every game. So you never know what we're going to get. And that's half the fun of playing the fictional set, I think. I guess, because I haven't done it yet, but that's what I'm hoping for. So that's it from here. Hope everybody will enjoy this presentation and enjoy the game I'm going to put out on YouTube probably this weekend. The opening game between the Skitty Marks and the PP Riders. That will be the game of the week, and that'll come up probably, we'll post it on Saturday. And that'll be the opening day festivities. So that's it from here. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and we'll see everybody down the road.